Right now at 10, election night. We've got a breakdown of the partisan primaries across our Wisconsin and Minnesota districts.
And a guilty verdict. Nia Tao is convicted of the 2021 triple homicide.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozorowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
We have live election coverage from all across the state tonight. Allison Fergott is in Eau Claire, where Rebecca Cook and her supporters are gathering.
Michael Germain is in Stevens Point with the Katrina Shankland campaign. And our own Jeremy Wall is in Viroqua tonight following the 96th State Assembly Democrats, Tara Johnson and Steve Campbell.
So we'll be hearing from all of these fine people tonight, but we begin with Allison in Eau Claire, where Rebecca Cook is competing for the opportunity to challenge Representative Derek Van Orden for his seat in Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District. And the results so far, Rebecca Cook with a slim lead at 47% to Shankland's 44%. Now, there is a lot of excitement in this race. This is one of the most competitive congressional districts in the state of Wisconsin, and one Democrats believe they can flip back to their party. So, a lot of excitement for this race. I'm sure Cook's camp is looking pleased so far with the results that we're seeing here. Allison, what can you tell us?
Ken and Emily, like you said, excitement is the key word. We're right outside of the Rebecca Cook watch party right now. And although the lead has narrowed for her as more election results have come in, Team Cook is feeling confident as we await those official results. We spoke with Cook earlier tonight, and she says it's critical that Democrats come together to defeat incumbent Derek Van Orden this November. And she's confident that we'll see that happen in the coming days. Going forward, Cook wants to see an emphasis on bipartisanship and the importance of representing the everyday Wisconsinite.
I think we need more working class representation in Congress, people that are willing, that aren't so far left or so far right, but that are willing to work across the aisle to actually get things done. Derek Van Orden has been continuing to play political games time and time again with issues that are so critical to people's lives.
She also said her top issue priorities are health care, bringing down everyday costs, and reproductive rights. So like I said earlier, there is a lot of excitement right here at the Cook Watch Party, but we are still awaiting those official results. Ken and Emily, back to you.
All right, Allison, thanks very much. Moving east to Stevens Point as we stay in this 3rd CD, Katrina Shankland, who has been in the State Assembly representing the 71st Assembly District for the better part of a decade, is gathering with her supporters to watch the results as they continue to come in.
That's where we find News 8 Now's Michael Germain. Michael, how's it going out there?
And Emily, the mood is still very positive among all the voters that are here at the Katrina Shankland watch party, as Cook narrowly has a slight lead over Katrina Shankland. Now, Shankland is scheduled to address the crowd once the race has been called. Now, despite a strong campaign, Rebecca Cook still maintains a narrow lead over Shankland. All night, supporters have been keeping a close eye on the results as they've been coming in. And at one point, Rebecca Cook had a commanding lead over Shankland. That lead has narrowed in the last hour. We'll be here to hear what she says once the race is called. Until then, Ken and Emily, sending it back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Michael.
Well, nice election weather we had today. We've been on quite a dry streak, but it looks like that's going to be possibly coming to an end soon. Let's send it over to Greg to see when some rain could be headed our way.
Yeah, mostly we've seen quite a bit of dry streak here for the last week, although some areas have seen some precipitation. There's your highs today, a little bit above average here, but definitely warmer than we saw the last few days. You can see 2 to 3 degrees above what we should be, but notice to the west, more clouds and precipitation coming. It's a little bit below, so our temperatures, although won't be too much of a difference for tomorrow. We could see some morning fog. I think it'll be mainly north and east of La Crosse. Otherwise, temperatures getting up to 80, but the cloud cover starts increasing. The winds also start picking up as its system approaches, but still will remain dry at least through the afternoon hours right now for La Crosse. Eau Claire, similar. I think a fog potential. It's really more northeast of the area there too, but once again, 80 degrees by noon. Cloud cover slowly increasing, but all in all, not too bad of a day. Big picture shows that system is well to the west, but it is starting to get closer now in the central Dakotas, but it's going to take its time to get there for another time. Otherwise, coming up later, we'll kind of time out when the rain does arrive, how much we might see, and whether we'll see any severe weather. That'll come in a bit later.
All right, thank you, Greg. Now, getting back to our election coverage tonight, it was an early night for voters in the 96th Assembly District in the state of Wisconsin. Tara Johnson beating opponent Steve Campbell within 20 minutes of the polls closing. Her next race then will be against Lauren Oldenburg in November's general election.
News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall is live in Viroqua with reaction tonight. Jeremy.
Well, Ken and Emily, Johnson had a lot of confidence going into this primary and also a lot more name recognition. She beat Campbell with nearly 78% of the vote and says her decision to run came primarily from her accomplishments as chair of the La Crosse County Board. During her time on the board, she credits herself with keeping taxes among the lowest in Wisconsin and allocating over $400,000 in funds for mental health and substance abuse services. She says what fueled her confidence in this primary, and we also spoke to voters as well.
I'm hopeful that people will do more to, I don't even know where to begin, like making things more affordable for families, trying to help us with housing. Viroqua in particular, here where we live, is suffering from a housing shortage, so the candidates that I voted for have pledged to do a little bit more about that. I feel some of the current representatives are a little out of touch.
Now, prior to the drawing of the new maps, the 96th Assembly District favored Republican voters. For November, Johnson says her priority is public education funding. Of course, she still has another hurdle ahead of her in the form of Lauren Oldenburg come November. For now, we're live in Viroqua. Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Jeremy.
The redistricting has made the southern half of La Crosse now part of the 96th, so something that the Viroqua farmer Lauren Oldenburg will certainly have to contend with in November. Now, another primary is in the revamped 93rd Assembly District. Under new maps, it flips from a lean Republican to a lean Democratic district that now covers parts of Eau Claire, Trempealeau, and Dunn counties. That also includes the western half of the city of Eau Claire. Republican Warren Petrick had served that district since 2010, but is not seeking re-election.
Entrepreneur James Rolbicki is the only Republican in the race, but tonight 2 Democrats are running for the primary. Author Nicholas Butler and nonprofit organizer Christian Phelps went toe-to-toe, and
so
it's
far,
a tight race.
Yeah, Christian Phelps, 52.9% to Butler's 47.1%.
Wisconsin has really disinvested in our public institutions. It has turned away from some of our shared values in those 14 years. My goal is to reinvest in public education, reinvest in the UW system, restore our investment in public health, and sort of restore trust in our community.
Now, Phelps, of course, one of the younger candidates in this race, has been part of public education organizations in his professional career. Now, every ballot in Wisconsin also had several state constitutional amendment proposals. There were 2 of them, and the amendments were both designed to give the Wisconsin state legislature more authority in allocating federal funds that the state gets.
The first question, delegation of appropriation power, asked whether state legislatures should be prohibited from giving up their responsibility to determine how monies are spent in the state.
So then the second question was the allocation of federal money amendment, which would give the legislature, not the governor, authority in spending that federal money. Now, the no vote would allow the governor to keep his authority or her authority in the future to distribute federal funds that fall outside the budgeted amount in the state budget bill. And the no votes definitely had a front runner in the first hour since the polls closed. And as we can still see, the no's are out in front, 58%. So those not going to pass. So those amendments, it had been along partisan lines. Democrats had said it was an attempt at a power grab on the half of Republicans. Republicans had said the amendments they were putting forth were all about the transparency in how state government spends taxpayer money.
Coming up, verdict is in.
A La Crosse man is found guilty on all counts in a 2021 triple homicide case.
She grew up in a middle-class home. She was the daughter of a working mom, and she worked at McDonald's while she got her degree. Kamala Harris knows what it's like to be middle class. It's why she's determined to lower healthcare costs and make housing more affordable. Donald Trump has no plan to help the middle class, just more tax cuts for billionaires. Being president is about who you fight for, and she's fighting for people like you.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message. One size rarely fits all. That's why at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we carry a huge selection of quality name brand jeans and pants. We're so confident we have the right brand, style, and fit for you that we'll give you a free $5 Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card for every pair you buy. Like men's or women's Ariat jeans. Get an extra $30 gift card for every $150 Ariat purchase. And men's Rustler jeans, just $15.99. Find your perfect pair of jeans for less at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hello. It was 1990 when I first looked out at the TV and told you about high quality at lower prices. Hi, I'm Miles Wilkins, owner of the Board Store. Some things have changed. Products have gotten so much better. We've gone from 3 to almost 80 employees, and I'm just a little bit older. Some things haven't changed. We still offer high quality at lower prices. Call today for a prompt free estimate on your next home improvement from the Board Store.
A jury has found Nia Tao guilty on all 3 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 1 count of possessing a weapon as a convicted felon.
A La Crosse County jury found Tao guilty of the triple homicide just before 5 p.m. today. That triple murder occurring at a quarry northeast of La Crosse back in July of 2021. Prosecutors believe Tao killed the men over a roughly $500 debt.
Following the verdict, Judge Elliot Levine revoked Tao's bond pending sentencing. Sentencing hearing will be held in 30 to 60 days. And the results for U.S. Senate are in. Eric Hovde has won the GOP primary, defeating Charles Barman and Rajani Ravidran. He is set to take on incumbent Tammy Baldwin, who won the Democratic primary in an uncontested race. She is now seeking a 3rd term.
We also have numbers for some notable races around the Minnesota area.
Incumbent Senator Amy Klobuchar has been called the winner of the Democratic primary for senator, winning in a landslide against competitors Steve Carlson, Ali Savior, and Ahmad Hassan. She's seeking a 4th straight term.
Now, Republicans had a whole litany of candidates vying for the nod to challenge Democrats and flip that seat. Populist, conservative, and former Iowa State and NBA player Royce White's the front runner here, and he's got the check mark, so at 38%. He's got the nod. White considers longtime Donald Trump ally Steve Bannon and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones as close friends of his. He also had the state GOP party's endorsement for this race and just edging out Joe Fraser, who is a decorated Navy veteran.
The race for Minnesota House District 1 has been called in favor of incumbent Congressman Brad Finstad. He will face off against Rachel Boehm in the November election after her uncontested campaign in the primaries.
Now to some Minnesota state legislature races. The State House District 26A is an open one. The longtime DFL Representative Gene Pulowski Jr. from Winona opted not to run again. He had served in that seat for 38 years. The GOP candidates for the district primary are Stephen Dorr and Aaron Rapinski, and it's Rapinski getting the edge over Dorr, who had run against Pulowski in 2022 and had been unsuccessful. And
for the Democrats from District 26A, Dwayne Vageli will be facing off against Sarah Kruger.
And so far, Kruger with a 52 to 48% margin there. Now in 26B, incumbent Greg Davids is up against the Mabel area businessman Gary Stewart. Davids has served that district since 1991 and is the longest serving state representative in Minnesota. But Stewart had won the Fillmore and Houston County Republicans endorsement earlier this year. And this is a close one as well. Davids currently with a 52 to 48% margin lead.
And for the Dems in those districts, Ali Wolf and Eric Leitzen will be battling it out.
Although it's not quite a battle here, Ali Wolf 79% as results stand.
A look ahead.
After the break, I'll sit down with a political science expert to break down what 3rd District voters can expect over the next few months.
Cloud cover will increase there for Wednesday, but showers are arriving. But I'll time out when to expect it, how much we'll see going into Thursday, and how long it'll last. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Hi, my name is Tom, and this is Max White Water Conditioning tip number 726. Too much iron in your water? This can cause yellow, red, and brown stains on dishes, laundry, and plumbing fixtures. Call us today at 608-781-8088.
We've all seen these ads by Senator Baldwin attacking me. She's lying to you. But that's what career politicians do when they get in trouble. The truth? I was born and live in Wisconsin. I've never run a nursing home. And of course I believe seniors should vote. The false attacks are going to keep coming, because she has nothing to run on. Her record has failed us on inflation, the border, and crime. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message for this reason. It's time for change.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Thankfully, American Waterworks offers proven, warranted solutions. Typically less expensive than full replacement and more efficient and lightweight than mud jacking, our methods are designed to last. After all, your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
I'm Steve from Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. If you see condensation here, you could have mold hiding here. You need a trusted window company to replace the window and check for hidden issues. At Clear Choice, we know that your home is your biggest investment, and in a year like this, every dollar needs to be spent wisely. Our team will complete our Weather Guardian 15-point inspection on every job to ensure your home and family are safe before we leave. Call now for free installation and 60 months interest-free financing. Choose Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions or something less.
Hi, my name is Levi, and this is Maxwell White Water Conditioning Tip 68. Acidic water harms pipes and appliances. If you notice corrosion or metallic taste, give us a call today at 608-781-8088.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Welcome back, everyone. With tonight's election results still coming in, it's time for a little bit of a micro and macro breakdown. And to help us contextualize the numbers that we've seen and continue to see, I'm joined by the longtime UWL political science professor, Joe Heim. Joe, let me first say thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, you're a veteran at breaking down these numbers and understanding races like this, and there's still a lot to break down, especially in this 3rd congressional district. Guys, if we have the election results that are still coming in, if we can put that up on the screen really briefly just to see where things stand in that 3rd CD primary between Rebecca Cook and Katrina Shankland. Look at that, 48% to Cook, 43% to Katrina Shankland as things are coming in. I stepped outset just to determine where things stood. About 84% reporting with that margin.
That's a pretty good margin at this point.
Yeah, so she had that little bit of name recognition having run in 2022 and was kind of a surprise to see how well she had done, particularly in rural districts. And we were talking before the show that Rebecca Cook had really played into that rural upbringing and going to rural fairs and having that presence there. With her in the lead, assuming that she hangs on here, how important was that for her candidacy to win this primary?
Well, it's very, typically candidates go to where the people are. Eau Claire, La Crosse, Stevens Point. She actually did a different strategy. She went to the rural areas. And she's got a farm background. And that worked well in those rural areas. And she's a really hard worker. It came down to a situation of experience for Shankland versus a non-politician, somebody with a farm rural background. And I think, in my opinion, one of them is a little more progressive. The other is a little more moderate. And of the two, I think moderate looks like they're ahead.
Yeah, and this has been a very purple district. Ron Kind was a very moderate Democrat for 20 plus years. If Cook hangs on and wins this primary, she'll go up against the incumbent Derek Van Orden, who also had that kind of outsider mentality when he ran 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Again, if Cook is the nominee here, how do you think she plays, and what kind of challenges might she present to the incumbent representative?
Well, with her rural background, she's going to be able to do well. As you probably know, this is an urban-rural district. That we have 3 urban areas that are very Democratic, and then we have rural areas that are becoming increasingly Republican. And she does well in those rural areas, and that's going to provide a challenge for the incumbent. He's a one-term incumbent. I think he's running a better campaign now than he did 2 years ago when he won very narrowly. this race has national evidence, and it's in fact, of the 435 congressional districts, this is probably one of the 10 that could swing either way. So it's going to be a race. And I think it's going to you're going to see a lot of money flowing into this one as well.
It certainly seems that way. Joe Heim, longtime UWL political science professor, thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So we'll continue to keep an eye on how those results are playing out. But in the meantime, it was a good day to go to the polls weather-wise, although some rain could be in our future, Greg.
Yeah, it was a great day to be a lefty, as it was a National Lefty Day here, too. So we do have fog that's potential tonight. I'll kind of time that out. It's more north and northeast of I-94. Most of the areas probably will not see it. Dry for most here Wednesday. It's the showers will come in Wednesday evening. The better shot looks to be late Wednesday night, and it does look to be a wet Thursday morning with the rain and possible thunderstorms. Fog, as I mentioned, right now looking at it, I think it's going to be mainly I-94 north towards Ladysmith areas. We'll start to see some development of low clouds or fog. I think that's a better shot overall the area. Otherwise, to the further west, that's just cloud cover beginning to form too. So not widespread, but once again, it could impact your morning commute in certain areas. Something to keep in mind of. Otherwise, it's going to be dry. At least through noon, we're going to see temperatures all the way back close to 80. Increasing clouds. The sun will still be able to poke out through the afternoon hour. I think towards the evening, we'll start seeing it thickening and lowering as temperatures top off in the low to mid 80s. Showers will start approaching I-94 and south. Some of this may not quite reach the ground here until we get later in the evening, but we could see some light rain throughout the area pretty much from about 7 to 8 as this first line comes through, falls apart somewhat, so it won't be a lot amount of rain for Wednesday evening to about 10, 11 p.m. at night, but in some areas you will see it. Otherwise, we'll start to see this continue to kind of fall apart because it's not really the main front, it's still to the west. By the time we get to Thursday morning, we're going to see a nice line of showers, maybe even thunderstorms, especially further southwest you go in southwest Wisconsin. This line will push through with more development throughout the morning hours to about noon, so it'll still be wet for most of the area, but then you'll notice behind it, start drying out just temporarily. So I think we will dry out. In fact, some areas in eastern Iowa it actually might see some sunshine towards the Thursday afternoon, but then it's going to get a little more unstable with temperatures topping in the 70s and near 80. We'll see more showers, thunderstorms with an uptick in activity when we go in the afternoon hour to the evening hour as the whole system begins to lift north and the whole thing begins to rotate. This will keep the cloud cover overall throughout the area Thursday night and continue on Friday. So it'll be fairly cool going into Friday, low to mid 70s for probably the temperatures. Here's the rainfall. We could pick up 1 to 1.25 inches depending on location. Seems like it'll clear to Twin Cities and then another area towards southwest Wisconsin given the more thunderstorm activity in those two areas. This could change, but everyone's going to get some rain. Definitely could be a soaker in certain situations. The good news is with the daytime heating, all that should be south for the severe threat. So just a marginal risk. The higher risk, the slight risk, should probably stay to the south. So that's the good news. We're not expecting any of that. But for the temperatures here, we go out, we should see just a few degrees cooler today as we kind of zoom in. 84 degrees there, mostly around the area. Otherwise, we kind of go around throughout the areas. We're going to see temperatures pretty much around 80 with increasing clouds, remaining mostly dry to at least 5 or 6 for most of the area, and then we go further north. Similar type of stories as we go on. Otherwise, showers and thunderstorms come through the area Thursday, continue into Friday, and then we're going to see cooler conditions, and then overall, we're going to see drying conditions. And if you notice the temperatures, a little bump. Sunday looks the best of the weekend right now.
All right, thanks very much, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Eagles hope to soar to new heights after a historic season in 2023. Plus, Sparta is up next in our football season previews. Jacob will tell you why you can't count them out this year. Next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
Your child's confidence stems from learning and seeing clearly. At Shopko Optical, our professional team will help your child start their journey of confidence by providing quality eye care in a warm and comfortable environment. Schedule their back-to-school exam at shopko.com.
Welcome to Washington, D.C. You got a bunch of loudmouth, preening politicians. It's absolute chaos. I'm Derek Van Orden, and after 26 years as a Navy SEAL, there's a few things that I learned. You stay on mission, you know what you're fighting for, and sometimes you gotta get a little dirty to finish the job. Let's go, kids. Not you. Not you. You. Let's go. I'm Derek Van Orden. And I approve this message.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get
Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Lease a new Ford Bronco Sport for $269 a month for 36 months, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Transform your home's exterior with our new award-winning collection of steel roofing products at River Valley Remodelers. Our new products offer timeless and traditional shingle appeal with long-lasting durability for our Midwest weather. If you're seeking style and protection for your home, give us a call today or scan the QR code below for a free consult and design, and we'll get you exactly what you're looking for. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home. Build our community.
Everyone's vision needs are unique. At Shopko Optical, our caring team of professionals will work with you to ensure your vision is at its best. Shopko Optical can help you experience every detail, color, and breathtaking sight in clarity.
So the Packers training camp is into its third week. High schools in the area have been preparing for the season for a week, and soon the UWL Eagles will join in on the fun as they begin practice tomorrow. Today, the Eagles held their media day, and the theme was centered around expectations. Now, the Eagles are coming off a season where they went 11-2 overall and a perfect 7-0 in WEAC play, winning their 35th conference title. UW La Crosse also won 2 postseason games before falling in the D3 quarterfinals to the eventual champs, North Central College. This season, the team is highly ranked, and there is pressure as they've transitioned from the hunter to the hunted. And head coach Matt Janis minced no words about the goals this team has in 2024.
Now you look at this year and you say, if we don't win a conference championship and if we don't win a national championship, then 2024 is a failure. And I know that's a lot. That is a lot. And it takes a lot of hard work just to be in that conversation. But I've told our guys to embrace that pressure.
UWL opens their season September 5th in Troy, New York, and the WEAC portion of the schedule begins October 5th in La Crosse against UW-Platteville. Check back with us the rest of the week to hear more from Eagle players. As we continue our high school football previews, today we went down to I-90 over to Sparta, where the Spartans have been improving year after year, and now they've got a team that's hungry to take the next step. It's one of the better 2-season turnarounds from any of our area teams. Back in 2022, Sparta was just 1-7, but then last year the Spartans finished the regular season 5-4 and even got themselves a first-round playoff victory before falling to the eventual D3 state champs, Rice Lake. Experience and confidence are high within the team, returning 8 starters on both sides of the ball, including 4 of 5 linemen. It's a large group of seniors that have faced adversity and who are ready to take Sparta football to a new level.
Well, I think it really comes down to just focusing on every single game. It's the focus is always just going 1-0, making positive steps throughout the season and just constantly building so that you're playing your best football at the end of the season.
I just think it's going to be a big improvement from last year. So I think we have more weapons, more power, everything. So I think it's going to be a great season.
And it's a wide open MVC conference, and the Spartans are looking to make a run. They'll open their season up when they take on Black River Falls next Friday. All right, let's head to the Diamond. Game 2 of 4 between the Crew and Dodgers. Top of the third, this guy just crushing Milwaukee pitching at AmFam Field. That solo blast by Shohei makes it 2-zip LA. Bottom half of the inning then, and the Brewers are going to get that one back via a William Contreras ball that is going to go up in the clouds up there, and with a full count, launches that moonshot to left center to cut the deficit in half. But the Dodger bats again were flexing their muscle. The Kenosha kid, Gavin Lux, gets to Colin Ray, ripping one to the seats out and right to give Los Angeles some cushion. Then later in the inning, Andy Pajes does the same. Today, first time Colin Ray ever allowed 4 home runs in a game in his career. Brewers fall 7-2. Does it for sports. We'll have more after this.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
My son, Nick, took illicit fentanyl, which cost him his life. And knowing that my son is never coming back is the worst thing that I will have to live with for the rest of my life.
Tammy Baldwin's been with us every step of the way. She just got a major bill passed to really crack down on fentanyl. She doesn't just talk the talk, but she actually walks the walk.
I cannot tell you how much we appreciate Tammy Baldwin fighting this fight.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, during Toyota's national sales event, you can lease a new Tacoma for $349 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra.
Come in today. Ooh, like.
Toyota, let's go places.
Celebrate the final weeks of summer and turn your summer earnings into a new account at Ultra. From now until August 24th, open a new youth account with $25 and we'll match your $25. Whether you have a job with a pay stub or earned your money at a lemonade stand, anyone 17 and under will qualify. Plus, you'll automatically be entered to win one of 5 $100 Visa gift cards. Don't miss out on this end of summer offer. Open your account today, online or at any Ultra office. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life. Federally insured by NCUA.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Northern Lights lit up the night skies over Scotland on Monday.
Yeah, time-lapse footage showed the aurora dancing over homes in the central Scottish town of Bridge of Allen. The lights also happened to come at the peak of the Perseid meteor shower, in which dozens of shooting stars can be seen in the pre-dawn hours. The aurora could be visible from some parts of northern Scotland Tuesday night.
That is a heck of a treat right there.
And Greg says peak season for this light show is till September 1st, so still some chances to see it.
Nice, got to get to Scotland.
Oh yeah, book a flight tomorrow, right? Okay. Greg, we'll have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. During the Labor Day sale, discover statement pieces starting at $499.99. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. No minimum purchase required. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Our son Trent overcame kidney disease and beat cancer. But when he injured his leg, he took what he thought was a pain pill.
It was laced with fentanyl, and it killed him. He was 23.
We reached out to Tammy Baldwin, but all we got back was a form letter.
Obviously, she doesn't care about families like ours. Our kids are dying from fentanyl pouring across our border.
And we can't trust Tammy Baldwin to stop it.
Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get up to $7,400 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
mattress deals are happening now at Ashley. For a limited time, save up to $1,000 on select mattress purchases. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. Only at Ashley.
All right, we should actually see, I kind of skipped through that, but overall the showers won't happen really to tomorrow evening, probably after 6. Better shot, we go for a wet commute going into Thursday. Less showers will go through Friday. Overall the weekend, probably pick the better of the 2 days. It's going to be Sunday. We'll kind of come back with the temps, then come back down.
All right.
Fun music.
Yeah, very jazzy. Thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow.